this explainer. Today, we're diving into some fascinating source material that is literally going to change how you talk to artificial intelligence. We're going to look at how to completely ditch those boring generic inputs we all use and uncover a powerful system that forces the AI to give you world-class results every single time. So let's dig into the magic prompt formula basics.
Okay, let's look at our roadmap for today. We're going to cover 1. The mediocre prompt problem, 2. The magic prompt formula, 3. The perfect email makeover, 4. Comparing top AI models, and finally 5. Automating your prompt creation. Let's get right into it.
Section 1. The mediocre prompt problem. Picture this totally relatable scenario. You really need a favor from your boss. Specifically, you want tomorrow off. And, like pretty much everyone does these days, you turn to AI to quickly draft that email for you. Most of us just toss a quick, lazy command at the AI, right? Something like, write an email to my manager so I can get a leave tomorrow. It's fast, sure, but it's incredibly generic. Now, contrast that with the magic prompt framework we're exploring today, which requires 4 very specific puzzle pieces: role, objective, context, and data. When you just throw a basic command at the AI, you are guaranteeing a very basic, bare minimum response. I mean, what does that basic prompt actually get you? It spits out something super robotic like, I want to leave tomorrow due to personal work. Well, is there anything grammatically wrong with it? No. But is it convincing? Absolutely not. It's completely devoid of any nuance or persuasion. It's definitely not convincing your boss. If we want high-level, human-sounding outputs, we have to fundamentally change the input. So, how do we do that? That brings us to Section 2, the magic prompt formula. This is the exact framework that fixes those bland outputs and elevates them to a truly professional standard. The source material emphasizes that a truly great prompt is built on these 4 specific pillars: role, objective, context, and data. These make up the magic prompt formula basics. By systematically stacking these 4 elements, the amount of highly specific context you're handing over to the AI exponentially increases. And as a direct result, the quality of your output absolutely skyrockets. Let's break these down one by one so you can see what I mean. First up is role. This is all about assigning a very specific hat or persona for the AI to wear. You kind of have to ask yourself, if you could hire the absolute best person in the world for this specific task, who would it be? You wouldn't just grab a random person off the street to write a highly persuasive email. You'd hire an experienced email copywriter with 15 years in the game, someone who deeply understands user psychology and sales. By defining this role right out of the gate, you instantly raise the baseline intelligence, the vocabulary, and the tone of the AI's entire response. Next, we've got objective and context. Now, your objective isn't just getting time off, it's getting 2 days off when you literally have 0 leave days left. That is a really tough sell, and that's exactly where context comes in. By providing context, you let the AI know that your boss is 35 to 45 years old, strictly believes in working from the office, and, generally despises when employees take time off. You are explicitly warning the AI, hey, you need to navigate a highly delicate situation with a very strong personality here. And just a quick note on data, the 4th pillar, it's optional but super useful if you need to feed it specific metrics or files. But here, the context is doing the heavy lifting. All right, let's jump into Section 3, the perfect email makeover. We've got our framework, so let's see how it builds into an incredible final product. The difference here is literally night and day. Instead of our old, generic, robotic output, we get this beautifully crafted magic output. Because the AI knows it's an expert copywriter dealing with a strict old-school boss, the tone completely shifts. It actually acknowledges the boss's values, assures them that all current projects are fully on track, promises to stay reachable for emergencies, and brilliantly frames the request as a rare, necessary exception rather than a habit. It's this incredibly careful, strategic blend of respect and responsibility. And what's wild is just how much control this formula actually gives you over tone. In the source material, they decided to have a little fun and push the AI to the absolute extreme. They asked it to make the emails so emotionally sincere that the boss would think they were literally crying on the other side of the screen. The result? It wrote, I'm honestly feeling quite torn even writing this. I hate to let the team down. Now, please don't actually send an email like this to your manager, but it perfectly demonstrates how deeply the AI adopts the exact psychological parameters you set for it. Moving right along to Section 4, comparing top AI models.
Now that we have this incredibly powerful, nuanced prompt, we kind of need to find out which AI brain actually processes it the best, right?
And the good news is, you don't have to jump between a dozen different browser tabs to figure this out. The source material highlights these awesome aggregate platforms, like one called Multi, that give you access to over 300 different AI models all at once. So you can fire your one perfectly crafted magic prompt into this platform and literally watch multiple AIs race to give you the absolute best answer.
For this test, the sources ran the prompt through the real heavy hitters, GPT-5, Claude 4, 2.5 Pro, and DeepSeek R1 simultaneously. Now, a super interesting observation they made here is that the 2.5 Pro model was noticeably slower than the rest. Why? Because it's what's called a reasoning model. Before it spits out the email, it actually takes time to stop and think about the delicate nature of the boss's strict personality. You'll literally see it processing the strategy behind the scenes before it types a single word of your email. It's fascinating. Finally, we arrive at Section 5, automating your prompt creation. Because let's be completely honest with ourselves here. Typing out a massive, highly detailed role, objective, context, and data prompts every single time you need a quick email written, that is tedious. You aren't going to want to do it. So let's look at how the sources level this up by fully automating the entire creation process. To pull this off, the source material introduces this mind-bending concept, the meta prompt. A meta prompt is exactly what it sounds like. It is a specialized, highly technical prompt designed specifically to instruct an AI to write other prompts for you. We are essentially using AI to program the AI. It's a total game changer. And here is the exact 3-step workflow from our sources to build your own permanent automated magic prompt generator using completely free tools. Step 1, you take the magic prompt formula, role, objective, context, data, and you feed it into a developer tool, like the free OpenAI prompt enhancer. You tell the enhancer, hey, I want to build a tool that generates prompts based on this exact structure. Step 2, that tool will instantly generate a highly technical meta prompt for you. Step 3, you take that shiny new meta prompt and you paste it into the custom instructions of a new ChatGPT project. Now listen up, because there is a crucial pro tip here regarding that last step. Why use a dedicated ChatGPT project instead of just a standard chat window? It all comes down to the context window. Standard chats have a memory limit, usually around 200,000 tokens. If you just paste your meta prompt into a normal chat, eventually the AI is going to suffer from amnesia and completely forget your formula. By setting up a dedicated project and putting the meta prompt into the permanent custom instructions, you guarantee the AI never forgets how to perfectly format your requests. And this is where it all pays off. The sources highlight this incredible final result. You get to go back to simple inputs. Let's say you want to pitch your consulting services. Your input can just be your old lazy self. Write an email to SMEs to sell AI consulting. You drop that simple line into your new project generator, and instantly the system outputs a fully structured 4-part magic prompt, assigning a world-class sales role, defining the exact objective, building the industry context, and structuring the data. You just copy that generated prompt, paste it in, and watch the AI write a total masterpiece. So, we've explored the massive problem with generic inputs, we've nailed down the magic prompt formula basics, and we've even seen how to automate the whole thing so the AI does all the heavy lifting for you. Now that you know the formula, what will your next prompt achieve? It is officially time to stop settling for mediocre AI outputs and start demanding excellence. Try applying the magic prompt formula to your daily workflow and just see the difference for yourself. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I'll catch you in the next one.